So now as we talk more about the NFL season, let's dive into the Micheal Thomas situation. We talked about this before we started recording, but Micheal Thomas, him and the Saints seem to be at an impasse or something's wrong. I don't know if the injury was handled wrong. I mean, just 2 years ago, he was considered one of the best receivers in football, and now it's like he doesn't even want to get back on the field. Do you think Micheal Thomas gets traded this season?
I mean, depending on the situation and where it's looking right now, like mentally where he is, it probably because, like I said before, they might if they trade him, then it's a possibility that they're looking to rebuild. So, yeah, it like looking at it from a player standpoint, mentally and emotionally, like certain things go on. So yeah, if that injury and then having the organization, the front office, how they deal with that injury, it could really make a player feel some type of way. So yeah.
Yeah, and this whole thing with the Saints right now, I'm not sure who the quarterback is going to be. Either it's going to be Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston. We all know Winston has a problem with throwing interceptions, and Taysom Hill, I don't think has really proven himself to be a quarterback, but we know he won't make the mistakes that Jameis Winston does. But again, Jameis Winston last year was under Drew Brees. But before we talk about that, if Micheal Thomas does get traded, where could you see him going?
There's a lot of, I mean, shoot, man. He could go. Man, that's tough. I don't even know where he would go. I'll put it like this: it'll have to be a team that's probably in need of receivers. Like he could go if he go to Green Bay or let's say Buffalo, one of those teams. A team where like a team that will actually take him seriously and see him as a valuable receiver. That's all you need. He just need a team where they accept him, they believe in him, and they use his talents the right way.
That would be scary if he went to Buffalo. I mean, to pair him with Stephon Diggs and, of course, Josh Allen, who last year finished runner-up in the MVP. I mean, that would be a scary team. I really hope he doesn't end up going to the Chiefs. That would be horrible, but I don't think the Chiefs really have money for Micheal Thomas. I saw the Ravens. There was a rumor about them. I don't think they're going to make a move, though, even though they do need a receiver. I feel like they just, I don't know if really want to pay for someone like that. And again, it's not really the Ravens' way. The Packers would kind of make sense, but do the Saints want to trade him to another NFC team? And of course, we all know I don't think they're gonna sign a receiver because they already have. I mean, they have Devontae Adams. They need another receiver, but I don't think they would make the move for Micheal Thomas. Another team, though, I think that could be in the dark would be the New England Patriots. They made a lot of moves this offseason. And of course, they've signed Nelson Aguilar, but I don't think he's really a number one. I think he's more of a number two. They still have Jacoby Myers, but I think Micheal Thomas would be really good he'd be really good in New England. And I don't know. I don't think Pittsburgh would try to make a move for him. I mean, there's just a lot of teams. Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just kind of thinking they don't really have a number one receiver outside of Juju Smith-Schuster. I think before the Dolphins drafted a receiver last year, I can't remember, they drafted the guy out of Alabama, but I could maybe see them drafting, but they already have Devontae Parker as well. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. And I've also heard the Chargers maybe, but they already have Keenan Allen. But I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. I mean, there's just a lot of scenarios where it could happen. Thanks for listening to the Sports Town podcast, or the STP pod for short. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and much more. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Sports Town Podcast. If you want to check out more videos of the Sports Town Podcast, click on the right.